It appears that Elon Musk is finally out the door, having left the White House as he wraps up his tenure as a special government employee. Ooh, very, very special. The most special. Now, Musk is officially expected to step down in May, which, again, it's very close, and apparently has already physically left the White House to, return to his floundering businesses. But don't worry, says White House Chief of Staff Suzanne Wiles. He's very active here. Oh, very active. Ah, gotcha. Instead of meeting with him in person, she said, I'm talking to him on the phone. But it's the same net effect, which is nothing, by the way. She told the New York Post in an interview discussing the Trump administration's first 100 days. Yes, that's right. 100 days of failure. Oof. Now, Wiles says of Musk, he's not out of it altogether. He's just not physically present as much as he was. Hanging around Trump, follow him around like a puppy, going to these meetings, these cabinet meetings that he has no place in. Yeah. So he's, not there physically anymore to freak people out, but trust me, he's still there. In fact, she said him being physically present doesn't really matter much because you know what? The Doge staffers, they ain't going nowhere. Of course not. Of course not. They got to keep making those six-figure salaries after all. Yeah. Okay, but sure. So the Doge staffers are still here, but what have they actually done? Has Doge borne fruit? They have had 100 days to cut spending and to make government more efficient. Is it working out? No, of course not. Turns out Musk and his blunderkinds have saved the government a total $160 billion. Now, that is just a mere 8% of his projected $2 trillion in savings that he was going for before he revised it down to $1 trillion, $160 billion. But, all right, what makes that worse, though? According to the Penn Wharton Budget Model, government spending under Trump has actually increased. Oops. Kent Smetters, a director of the model that tracks weekly Treasury data, told Politico that total spending jumped 6.3%, or $156 billion. So whatever savings got wiped out, of course. Now, that's, again, 6.3% since Trump returned to office in January compared to the first 4 months of 2024. Even when accounting for inflation, the government still spent $81.2 billion more under Trump compared to the same period last year, Smetters added. To which, of course, I have to say, whoopsie. I remember back in January, okay, there was an interview where Musk was describing how, it's so easy to go in and cut all this money. A very, very target-rich environment for saving money. If you look in any direction, he said, it's like, where will you find places to save money? I'm like, it's like being in a room full of targets. You could close your eyes and you can't miss. There's just a lot of waste in government. Oh, okay. Lot of waste, huh? Well, where is it? I mean, we're waiting. Now, of course, yes, one person's waste is another person's vital program or something. And not only that, but one person's waste might be the entire reason that Elon Musk is a billionaire. I mean, of course, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. But look, what they have currently considered waste so far, it has been just government workers. That's right. A Politico analysis found that nearly 250,000 employees have left the government or expected to leave government, including over 112,000 who took a deferred resignation program. So now, basically, all the money that they saved was from firing people. Now, there are costs associated with firing people, obviously. Part of that is having to rehire them, as they were either ordered to do, or they realized, oh crap, we cut something that we weren't supposed to. And it turns out we broke government in a way that is disadvantageous for us. So now we have to rehire these people back. Or, the backlash, or again, these court decisions, judges ordering them to rehire staff. So there's associated costs for that. Okay. And there's also lost productivity. There's paid leave. Okay. All those costs actually added up to about $135 billion, according to Partnership for Public Service, a nonprofit that tracks the federal workforce. These estimates, which were based on budget figures, do not include the cost of Doge's numerous legal battles over its massive cuts. Yeah. In fact, Max Stier, the nonprofit's chief executive, told the New York Times, quote, "Not only is Musk vastly overinflating the money he has saved, he's not accounting for the more exponentially larger waste that he has created. He has inflicted costs on the American people who will pay them for many years to come." Look, this is the real waste. And I will also argue that it's abuse. Okay. Think of these, the crap that these workers have had to put up just for Doge to claim that they saved such a small amount of money. Yes. But here's the thing, though. It's never been about the money. Okay. It's about destroying the federal workforce, driving up unemployment, which drives down wages, which makes corporations richer. They have to pay less. Yes. I feel like Doge's real purpose is to engineer a situation that is going to make the vast amount of people in this country poorer, while also enriching the already super rich. When you look at it that way, the fact that they're saving so little money is not important, because saving money was never really the goal. This was just a smokescreen. Okay. Doge was lying to the people and continues to lie to the people, because look, the stated goal of Doge was something that a lot of people actually agreed with. We don't want waste, fraud, and abuse. All right. And there is. Yes, there is waste, fraud, and abuse. I mean, every time we give oil companies money and subsidies, I mean, that's waste. Okay. Every time we give Elon Musk subsidies, that's a waste. Just saying. Okay. Now, the reality of the waste, fraud, and abuse is that it happens mainly at the top, not at the bottom. That's where all the waste, fraud, and abuse is. Okay. Now, these companies, they want to continue that. And so in order to do so, they have to cut things like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which targets fraud perpetrated against consumers. So there's a reason that they targeted that first. Okay. So it's no surprise that Doge had failed in that mission, because it was never really meant to succeed in cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. The real reason, and the reason that it actually has been a success for them, is that it is there to simply facilitate the upward transfer of wealth to the very rich. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.